Slow down, it's time to watch Tales from the Crypt.
So look out for my review of Graveyard. For my review of Graveyard. So Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities was eagerly one of my most anticipated series of the whole year, especially for the Halloween month. I'm going to be doing individual reviews, and this time I'm talking about Lot 36. Let me know your thoughts down below. Were you excited about this? Which one in particular are you most looking forward to? As each episode has a different director, they're dropping 2 episodes every day until Friday, and then we'll have a complete collection of Curiosities, 8 of them by the end of Friday. Let's jump in. To pay off his debt, a man secures a storage unit filled with mysterious possessions to sell, but soon finds himself in deadly and desperate situation. So each of these individual episodes are going to be like the tale of the night, tales from the crypt.
See? It pays to know the ghouls of the road.
We've had many series like this before, where we have a narrator, in this case Guillermo del Toro,
I'm about to find out,
who comes at the beginning of your particular episode. I remember the crypt guy, the crypt keeper, he comes and explains, the kind of the moral of the story or something that with about human nature. And this one, I guess it has a mixture of greed, racism, it's all in there. And we have T. Blake Nelson and Sebastian Roach as our 2 main protagonists. It's directed by Guillermo Jorge Navarro Solares. He's a Mexican cinematography and television director. He has worked in Hollywood since '94 and is a frequent collaborator with Guillermo del Toro himself and Robert Rodriguez. He's directed episodes like Hannibal and Nic Cage. Won his first Primetime Emmy nomination for National Geographic's documentary series Hostile Planet. So it comes from a mind that is coming from a place that has done TV episodes, has done some darkness, but then has done documentary as well. I think that is why we get the style of this hour-long episode. Thing I think we're going to find with each of these episodes is that we may not be rooting for the protagonist. You kind of want to see what's going to happen in the last few minutes, because it's all about the build-up. And in Lot 36, it's fantastically done. We have this lot of curiosities, and our character, T. Blake Nelson, the actor, buys it. He's a guy that we instantly dislike just in dialogue, what he's listening to on the radio, and he's nodding his head like, oh, get rid of all the immigrants sort of thing. And you can see that he's probably going to get his up and comings, but we want to know how. I also want to say that the creature effects in this was fantastic. Like, I just loved it. But when we get to the end, the fruit of the pudding is worth sticking out the nonsense from the guy and the nastiness from the person. There's a nice supernatural air of tenseness as we start unveiling what is in the actual lot, and we get to see the way people react to things that they find. I guess it's pretty quick and we want more from it, but these are quite short little snap bite-sized pieces. I will be doing a review for Graveyard Rats today as well, so look out for that. But this one, I really enjoyed the character breakdown of knowing what he's going through, knowing who this collector is as a person. You are not really rooting for him, but you're rooting for him to find out what is in the lot, what is in Lot 36 and the history behind it. And once we get into that supernatural bit, the filmmaking then kind of takes it's not twisted, it's not like different from the beginning, but the air of intensity raises. We're in some great close-knit hallways. The art department have had a fantastic time just really enjoying what they could put on show to heighten that sense of intensity as well. And then when we get to the creature, I'm just like, yes, this is what I was waiting for. And it's not like horrific, like it's not really scary. I don't think anybody's going to go away from this and go, well, that was terrifying. But the journey, the enjoyment of this first episode of Guillermo's Cabinet of Curiosities was really fun. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. Whether this is my favorite, I will do a complete kind of series ranking at the end on Friday, and we'll talk about which is your favorite and which is my favorite. For now, I enjoyed it, but it's not my favorite of the 2. So I'll probably rate this episode in particular a strong 3.5 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
You got one.
I think I'll rate each individual story because there isn't like an arc, they're each individual stories. And because of that, because of the scripting and the acting that was quite tight, concise, hour-long episodes, it looked great, it's fantastically shot, really tense, building up into that tense moment, and you kind of are rooting for the story rather than the main protagonist. This is strong. It's not brilliant, but it was really fun and entertaining to watch. I kind of want to know what happens next. If that makes sense, you'll understand it when you get there. But for now, 3.5 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
And you got one.
So look out for my review of Graveyard Rats. Thanks so much for watching. We have got loads of other content, and if you've not joined us and subscribed and hitting that bell, and you're missing out on the cornucopia of content that I put out every week, then do that. It does help. I said do. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.